Oh, hello, YouTube. How's it going? Yeah, you're not used to this side of me, but I just came back from an exciting weekend. Actually, let me recenter the camera up a little bit. Much better. We just came back from an exciting weekend this past, what was it, past weekend? It's actually another day we're recording this, but Labor Day weekend passed a little bit ago, and I'm recording this recap episode of my experience at DragonCon. So if anyone knows what DragonCon is, you are already in the right spot because this is what the programming book looked like when we picked up our badges. So this was from the year of 2024, or Lord and that. Oh, so many personalities that came out here this year. But plenty of photos coming up, plenty of stories, plenty of reactions, plenty of stickers. I bumped into some of my streamer buddies I haven't seen in like 4 or 5 years. Shout outs to you, Spectissa. I got your stickers right here. Go check her out if you guys get a chance. That's SPECTISSA on social medias and Twitch. She's lewd, watch out. And then, of course, the annual ribboning, all these delicious, delicious ribbons that I've got. And once again, me and my roommates played the unofficial game of you're not allowed to ask for a ribbon, but you can accept as many as you're being given. And she had a badge full of ribbons. I may have beaten her this year. I'll give off a final count. That way I can rub it in her face later. But honestly, let's dive into this slideshow, shall we? Let's go over here to my reacting screen. And that should have a good old-fashioned DragonCon icon right there. So my monitor is currently filled with chat and all that stuff, if anyone does decide to trickle on in here. But I'm ready to get the slideshow started. First, I will start off with a brief statement from DragonCon's official website. For people that are tuning in, they only know me for video games. DrKrazy, by the way. They only know me for my video games, antics and stuff. And they're like, why the hell are you dressed up like, what does the fox say from that music video long, long ago? First of all, barf from Spaceballs. If I could dig it out, I would show you a movie poster I found from 2023's DragonCon, but I really didn't think about that to explaining what my cosplay is. Just look up Spaceballs by Mel Brooks and look up John Candy's character, Barf, B-A-R-F. He is his own best friend. Trust me, if you've seen the movie, you got that reference. I got that all weekend long. So I'm right here at the beginning of our DragonCon. We got the logo. Currently, my my little previewer is out, so I am not looking at chat anymore. Actually, I'll be looking at chat in there, and if anything does sprout up, I'll notice it. So anywho, DragonCon happened, and as we start all of our slideshows, I like to first enter the building. So for those who are wondering, I popped in on Wednesday evening. Wednesday afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon. I came in with friends and family because I don't have my own hotel room for Wednesday. It's been like this for years. But I'll stay with friends and family for Wednesday night. And then Thursday, I will pick up my hotel room, which was honestly stupid on my hotel's part. So let me first start off with a statement I promised. And that is DragonCon's About section. If you go to DragonCon's About section, they will tell you everything you need to know about DragonCon in this one beautiful sentence. DragonCon is the largest multimedia pop culture convention focusing on science fiction and fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, and film in the universe. And it is the best place to celebrate all these things with fellow fans over Labor Day weekend. Now, if you go to their About section on DragonCon.org, they will tell you all the things that is DragonCon. But just understand that this convention's huge. I do believe I saw a post from DragonCon officials saying they got close to 75,000 attendees. So when I say this was a big weekend, it was a big weekend. Okay, cool. So anywho, the slideshow, shall we? So we arrived Wednesday, and immediately, every time I go in Wednesday, we got to take the customary Hyatt chandelier. Spoiler alert, I was at the Hyatt this year, and probably up there on one of those floors was probably my floor I was on. So we checked in and all that fun stuff. And you know what? I honestly think, knowing what's coming up, I should probably do this real quick. This. We're going to turn on. You might be able to like pause the. Oh, it doesn't do that. Okay, cool. Then I have my own little cheat sheet then. Sorry, chat. So, of course, Hyatt's normally where I stay all the time. And normally I grab a bite to eat with friends and family. You know, pre-check out the convention and stuff like that. I think I started almost every day with either a selfie or some sort of like scenic shot. So I'll be able to break this up a little bit for me. Actually, I think that's where I got my hotel room. That's where I stand. Okay, cool. I'm looking at like the generic thumbnails of my thing in the folder. That way I can kind of paint the story. This video is going to be about 45 to 50 minutes long. So I do apologize to anybody who was looking for like a full gameplay length thing. We'll be doing the gameplay videos a little bit later. So, well, later this week on my YouTube. But, yeah. So let's just go on to the next picture, shall we? So we went to the Hard Rock this year, and there was some sort of like messy chicken sandwich, and I was not impressed by the sandwich at all. It was, I think it was overfried, and I was having a little bit of a tooth pain. Nobody knew about my tooth pain except for like my roommates, but it was having very hard times chewing, and this was a very overcooked chicken sandwich, and so it was just nothing but just pain and torment. Those fries were so damn good though. Hard Rock, kudos on your fries, but you might want to work on not overfrying your chicken sandwich. So the next picture is going to be a cult meme in the DragonCon, but I'm going to show you this picture and try my best to explain it. This is the beginning of the Cult of John. This was on Wednesday, mind you. Wednesday. I don't know what we're umming about, but welcome to the channel, and I am wearing cosplay, so get used to it. So this is all about the Cult of John. I know someone's going to be in the comments saying, oh, technically he was on this year, but I think anywhere from 3 to 4 years prior, there was a giant FedEx statue, not a statue, a billboard, with a model from Australia, that's important to mention, from Australia, a model from Australia saying something about FedEx and all that stuff. Cosplay of my cosplay? Chad? My cosplay is Barf from Spaceballs. It's a Mel Brooks film back in the 1990s. Go look it up. You'll see some sort of references. So the FedEx thing, it's almost in the same corner between the Hyatt and the Marriott every year. And there's more and more like ribbons, tributes, bottle caps, everything. And it's all to summarize their Lord and Savior John. Thanks so much for the follow. But yeah, so FedEx John was back. Well, him himself wasn't there. His cult was back. They were scattered all throughout the con. I think, Cult of the Googly Eyes. No, I am not a furry. Let's see here. So this is a picture of the Hilton. The Hilton this year is always decked out in a theme of some sorts. And this year, the hotel decided to capitalize on the Beetlejuice film coming out. I think soon. From the day of this recording, it's soon. It might already be out by the time I get this on YouTube. And they were going for a Beetlejuice theme. So that's supposed to be the little striped sandworm. And they had like animatronic Beetlejuices and animatronic Beetlejuices, a Beetlejuice themed like cookies, which I don't know why they were selling cookies of all things, and Beetlejuice themed drinks, which I'm sorry, Hyatt had some real weird themed drinks, because they basically had I cannot think of this drink for the life of me, but they had a margarita, a generic rum based drink. They had Muskin Mule or Alaskan Mule. I can't remember what it is, but a mule. And they had a bunch of other drinks that were basically themed, basically those mainstay drinks, and they just gave them a Beetlejuice name. They didn't even color them with food coloring. It was kind of lazy on their part. But then again, Wednesday is where a lot of things get geared up. So this was an empty room, and all that fun stuff. So as I was walking around, yes, you're going to be hearing lots of those sound effects as chat rolls in. Let's see here. The next picture. So in between the Hyatt and the Marriott, I don't know why these pictures are kind of out of place, but they're in chronological order. But the robotics always like to gather in this one area. And of course, there was this awesome looking Wally. It was moving its arms. It had the whole animatronics. It was amazing. So I love checking them out all the time. Let's see here. This one is basically the Marriott from the lobby level looking up. Now imagine slingshotting up one of those elevators. It's a bit of a doozy. So I got one picture later on in the reel where it's basically the Hyatt looking down. I literally hanged my arm out and took a snapshot down just to show you, for people that are afraid of heights, just how amazing it is. But I love this hotel, and actually this hotel has been in various films over the years. And let's see here. Energy, I got plenty of energy, trust me. And this is still after the convention menu. Like, I was literally at this convention last week. I guess I kind of timestamped this video, but honestly, it was worth it. And also, my voice is shot, but that's a story for a later slide. So moving on, I think this is coming up is, we went back to the Hilton to show friends and family like the layout of the con, and I bumped into this rare occurrence, and I have to show y'all. Boom. Just make sure this thing is working properly. Y'all are seeing. Okay, y'all are seeing that. Good. Yeah. All right. So what you're seeing here is, I guess you would call it the inflatable costumes. They have 2 meetings every year. I think one's on Wednesday, and then there's a bigger one that happens on either Friday or Saturday. So you'll notice that they took the original T-Rex outfit. These are the main 3 ones that you know and love, but cosplayers, if you know what you're doing, you can reverse engineer it and make the suit. And you can make Marriott carpet ones, Reptar ones, Bony ones, Spider-Man ones, Venom ones. Someone even made their own Pikachu one. And Marriott carpet, if you get the meme, you get it. If you don't get the meme, honestly, you got to come to DragonCon one time. The Marriott carpet has been retired from the Marriott for about 7 or 8 years, but that Marriott carpet lives on in everyone's hearts. Let's see here. What is my source of energy? Would you believe it's the rum bucket that I stole from the convention? So, but it's really not rum inside. I wish it was rum inside, but I got a broadcast and video games to play later. But I mean, hell, it's a rum bucket though. We gotta drink this to keep my hydration up. Let's see here. So moving on. Hold on, let me click back this. Okay, boop. Moving on, we got, just to show you, this was one of the props they had set up in the Hilton, showing you the graveyard, the scene that would probably be from Beetlejuice. So, need to get one too. Honestly, you could probably get them at Amazon.com in like the 10s or 20s, but I just took the ones we got this year and I kept 2 of them from the ones we had in 2023. So, but yeah, so Beetlejuice was a huge thing in the Hilton, but I don't want to talk about it too much. This next one, we actually went back to the robotics people, and this is like one of my buddies here, and one of my buddies actually is next to, I believe, a Star Trek The Next Generation robot. It wasn't the actual one. The robotics guys built it. I think it's one of those floating models, so it used a reflective metal to like keep it to the ground, but it was very nice. It was the robotics person's first year bringing this robot out. I just thought I wanted to throw that in there, but the robotics people bring R2-D2s, BB-8s, that Gronk droid from the Asaka series, and the other, there are so many happening things that you are about to witness on this damn slideshow. Moving on. So this one I think was actually a winner from a prior year at the Masquerade. The Masquerade are daily cosplay competitions that are held And I believe he or she either won the hallway costume contest or one of the actual masquerades. They brought their costume again this year, or they could have won this year for all I know. But that is a Chocobo, ladies and gentlemen. If you know the franchise, you know the franchise. Where is this next photo taking us? Oh, okay. So I believe that's it for Wednesday. So Thursday starts us off with a photo shoot. So the photo shoot we went to, family and friends, basically we went to the Muppets photo shoot. And the first thing I see when I go into the photo shoot outdoorsy area is my boy Swedish Chef. God, it was such a good cosplay. And the prop handler in the background, the chicken, she had giant chicken breast, if you know what I'm saying. But luckily Swedish Chef is like censoring them so I don't get banned on Twitch. But dude, Swedish Chef was in the house. It was amazing. And so for one of the other things I saw at the Muppet shoot was some really good Miss Piggies. Like, mind you, they're not puppet Miss Piggies, they're actual Miss Piggies. Shoutouts to Jiraiya in the background over there. So really good Miss Piggies floating around. And then he isn't a Muppet, but I saw him in the photo shoot area. And this is the guy from, we played this game a while back, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Like a Dragon. And this is one of those mascots for like ramen that dress up during the campaign. And so when I saw him, I was like, that's a fantastic cosplay. Ray, if you're out there, I was thinking about you when I saw this one. I wonder if there is a Yakuza photo shoot anywhere during this weekend. It's probably during the gaming photo shoot, but you can't go wrong with that one. Moving on, we got some more of the Muppets. We got the Yep Yeps in the back. And we have two puppeteers, one person actually cosplaying as Jim Henson, which to this young nerdling right here, well, I'm not young anymore, but to this young nerdling, seeing that Jim Henson cosplay with Kermit the Frog was honestly just heart melting. I loved it. Great job to those guys. I believe next we actually have the actual photo shoot. And disclaimer, for all the photos pertaining to photo shoots, my shoulders are not what they used to be, nor is my flexibility. So if we get a lot of people's heads and shoulders as I try to tower my phone over, just understand, I tried to get these pictures for you guys. So this is the actual Muppets, and we might actually have to, I can zoom in. Okay, so here's my boy Swedish Chef up here, Fozzie, Gonzo, Pigs in Space. That looks like a Pigs in Space. Grover as a floating inflatable tube man. The Yep Yeps, the Jim Henson we saw earlier. The Hecklers. Plenty of other cosplaying as Muppets. I think we got a Fozzie Bear. We have another Fozzie Bear. We have a few Miss Piggies, a few Kermits, Bert and Ernie. And I do believe this was our awesome host for the Muppet shoot, wearing as a tuxedoed Kermit the Frog. We also have Elmo and Oscar. This convention was flipping. I don't know who these guys are. I really don't know who these guys are, but they were present for every photo shoot. You don't believe me? I'm about to show you. Let's zoom this back out. Let's see if I can scroll over. Yeah, there they are again. There's a Grover and a Kermit we missed earlier, but these two guys just off to the side. And I don't know. This guy almost looks like a Muppet Guy Fieri, which also excites me. But, like, yeah. It was just so much fun going to the shoot. Also, does anyone recognize this one over here? He's a dark Kermit the Frog. He doesn't have his hood over him, but another personified, Muppet. This shoot was really amazing and nostalgic. I think we have a few more angles of the Muppet shoot. And so that, and I think we're done. No, we got some Yep Yeps right about, some Yep Yeps. And then the next one I'm seeing in the slide is actually really fun because this one was not a Muppet, but I actually caught some really good One Piece cosplay. Right here, we have Robin from the Egghead arc, and we have Boa Hancock. I saw these two girls just swimming around during the Muppet photo shoot, and I was like, ladies, can I get a picture? And then I think as I walked away, I was like, Robin Schwan. So shout outs to all my anime weebs who get that. Moving on, we have a awesome Cult of the Lamb reference. I definitely have played that game a lot. Love that game. Plenty of Cult of the Lamb cosplay this year. So shout outs to people who do that cosplay. Next, this is actually getting to like some of my, okay. I will tell you right now as we slide to this slide, this is Lucifer from the Amazon Prime TV series Has Been Hotel. And I will tell you right now, the Has Been Hotel / Hell of a Boss cosplays were littered all throughout the con. It was insane, and the insanity, you don't even know about it until we get to a later on point in the slideshow. But we got Lucifer, very nicely done, by the way. We got Angel Dust. I had to refresh my memory on all these names because I've only done like 2 viewings of Has Been Hotel when it first came out, and like 3 viewings of Hell of a Boss, and I'm overdue for a 4th one soon. But great Angel Dust, by the way. So this one, shout outs to my Breath of the Wild playthrough that never got posted on YouTube, but I did play it on stream and I have so many good memories of that. I got the recordings of them somewhere. I just don't know if they're, I don't know if I should ever post them. They're definitely long cuts. I think some of them might go anywhere from 6 to 8 hours per cut. And it's just, honestly, if you want it, say something in the YouTube below. If not, we're probably going to be doing another Breath of the Wild playthrough just so we know what we had before Tears of the Kingdom, which I still prefer Tears of the Kingdom over Breath of the Wild. But this is Beetle from the Breath of the Wild. And it guys, this is an actual human being. That's not a puppet. Her prop was ginormous. As a sign of perspective, I think I got a picture of her and Misty. Where is it? Is it in there? Right here? Yeah, I had to fast forward twice because we're going to go back to the main attraction. But that's just how huge her prop was. It was ginormous. Kudos to that cosplay. She did not move for 2 hours, I promise you. This cosplay, though, there were 2 of them. Unless this person changed. But this was from Thursday. And there was another one on the Friday shoot, which we have not covered yet, but when we do, there will be stories. But one of the Eggies from Has Been Hotel, when I saw this, I absolutely wanted to scream Eggie because I was actually at the second story of the Hyatt looking down. That's actually where we got this picture and this picture. Normally, on the second floor, you always see a Jason or Michael Myers cosplay behind their own bush prop, and they're just peeking menacingly to people downstairs that anyone catches eyesight of them. It's hilarious. So going past this one, let's see here, what do we got next? Okay. So for anyone wondering how our hotel rooms were the Hyatt rooms good? Were they bad? Were they yikes? Were they not yikes? So this is our pal, Tidal Town, my roommates. So this is officially Thursday at around 4 o'clock. I will say, on this picture alone, Hyatt made the foolish mistake of letting you check in for extra money. So I call it the fast pass or the slow pass for checkouts. And honestly, I hate this feature. I hope Hyatt never does it again because as duh would come, everyone just checked in their luggage at concierge and waited till 4 o'clock. When 4 o'clock struck, I believe the check-in line literally wrapped around the main lobby once. Maybe not wrapped around, but it literally went from one end of the wall to the other end of the wall. It was almost a fire hazard because no one could exit or leave the building. So it was just stupid on their part. Everyone waited till 4 so they didn't have to pay the extra fee to check in early. If people arrive early, Hyatt, let them check in early. It makes your staff so much happier. I've never worked the hotel business, but my respect to any of the receptionists or the bellhops that literally lost their mind for 2.5, 3 hours as they try to get everyone at the hotels checked in. It probably happened across all 5 hotels. And yes, DragonCon is across 5 hotels. The main 3, which are the Hyatt, Marriott, and Westin. I'm sorry, Hyatt, Marriott, and Hilton. And then the 2 outliers are the Marriott Cortland, which is basically, it's called the Sheraton in my heart, but I believe due to COVID and some other maybe related issues, Sheraton got shut down, and Marriott just decided to buy the Sheraton. So now it's the Cortland at Marriott. And then, of course, the Westin, which is the closest to MomoCon for anybody that likes to do the whole MomoCon thing. Westin, if you like a good walk, Westin's not a bad hotel. I actually stayed in them for 1 year for a MomoCon. Absolutely would do that again if I had roomies to do it with. The walk was not bad, but for somebody whose health is declining, yeah, I probably would not recommend that. You're probably better off at the Omni if you're doing the MomoCon. Moving on. So we went to Hooters, and of course, I love me some Hooters. It's like literally past the Peachtree Center Mall, which if you're doing the convention from the trains, you can actually commute from the trains, the MARTA train system. And if you get out the Peachtree Center, if you go the opposite direction of the Hyatt, you will eventually come out to a street, I can't remember, and there's a Hooters literally at the corner where across the street from the Westin. Got me a big old Blue Moon, which was my beer of choice this weekend. And I got me their delicious, by far the best, like, buttered pretzel you'll ever eat. Cheese sauce, I've had better, but their buttered pretzel was lit. So this is my other roommates as the Acolyte and as my favorite bunny cosplayer, Black Cat. I don't know if they want their names revealed, so we're just going to call them by their cosplay names. But yeah, we have Acolyte and Black Cat. Absolutely loved them. They did a wonderful job. I hope my roommates bring back, at least I hope she brings back Black Cat, because I got a little bit of a soft spot for Black Cat in my heart. So moving on. I saw this cosplay and I immediately thought of Chilled Chaos because of his Yu-Gi-Oh obsession. So if Chilled Chaos ever stumbles on this recap video, I thought of you when taking this picture. Moving on. So this is the picture I was telling you about. We're now well into Friday, because you can tell by the natural daylight coming in from the top. This is from the first picture, chandelier down up. This is from the 12th floor, 12th or 14th floor, from the top looking down. All this talking's upsetting my lungs. So down the escalator goes to another lobby level, which covers like, I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it. Covers like I think the grand ballrooms, which covered like music appearances and or rooms that required way more than like 300 seats. I think wrestling also happened in this one. And yeah, we tuned in again to wrestling, and the DragonCon wrestling saga continues. And so I forgot to turn my ringer off. People these days, so rude. Let's turn that ringer off. Boom. So moving on. Yeah, the Hyatt's an amazing hotel. We've been staying at them for like the last longer than that. For like the last 7 or 8 years, I would absolutely stay at their hotels. And then compared to the Marriott, people are like, well, why not be at the Marriott? The Marriott is just crowded with people. Not seen on this YouTube video, but I had 2 movies. One from the Velocity bar, and from the balcony at the Marriott, just scanning the crowds before all the massive crowds came in. But that Marriott's just too busy. Too busy, if you ask me. Moving on. So we were riding the elevators, and I saw these 2, and I was like, guys, can I get your picture? She did a wonderful job with the Wampa Fruit Bazooka. And then, of course, Dr. Neo Cortex over here did a flippin' amazing job. Kudos to both of these cosplayers, Crash and Neo Cortex. Like, it's why I love this con so much. You never know what you're going to see in 10 feet. You never, ever know what you're going to see in 10 feet. What's the next one in the slide? I need to scroll up this real quick. Let's see here. We're not there. We're not there. Oh, wow. We're getting close. We're getting close. I had to delete a few of these pictures because they were basically some pictures just done over and over and over again. Let's see here. The next one is this one. Wait, where is... There they are. Oh, okay, this one. So this one, of course, there were plenty of Helldivers and plenty of Mandalorians. Every time I saw a Helldiver, I always had to shout out, "For democracy!" Mind you, never played the game, but the game looked so much fun, would gladly play it with 4 of my homies. But, yeah, Helldivers was plenty present, and as well as many Mandalorians. Did I get another one of these guys? Yeah, I did. A little bit closer up. Mandalorian, still not looking at me, but I think he acknowledges I was taking his picture, so that's always nice. So let's see what we got next. We have this amazing cosplay of Twilight Princess. We do have a playthrough of that on our channel. I think that's the reason I took it. I was like, Midna, we got Link, and we got Zelda. Yes, I said that correct. Midna, Link, Zelda. Very much looking forward to playing Echoes of Wisdom coming up at the end of the month. So this was the Borderlands shoot, and I stumbled halfway in, so this isn't the big group shoot, but I feel bad for the Borderlands community because the movie came to such trifled reviews amongst its fan base and critics, and so I believe it diminished people wanting to bring Borderlands out for like a casual cosplay. But as you can see, again, I have this horrible picture because there is a lighting apparatus in front of me. I'm going to try to bring a selfie stick, but I have to review the policies if you're allowed to bring selfie sticks. And so we'll have to see if that can help me out next year to get some of these pictures because, damn, you're going to be seeing lots of shoulders and props in the way, people. What was the next picture? More of the Borderlands. And then, of course, we have me taking a picture of me at the Borderlands shoot. I was kind of like, I don't know what's going on because I've seen bigger Borderlands shoots, but it is what it is. So then we got a picture of me just hot as hell. This convention was like by far one of the hotter conventions I've experienced. It was not fun. Not fun. Doing all the outside walking, Sunday included, but man, I got a picture of some delicious food coming up from our Sunday brunch. It was literally a brunch. But I believe we're about, also here's some barfception for you. There we go. That was a picture of me in my cosplay. I think there's like 1 or 2 more swimming in here. But here is the story time. May I introduce to you, not this one, because as you can see, the heads and shoulders, actually this one's better. We're going to stick with this one. I need to zoom in and let you guys understand something. This is the Hilton's A staircase. When you look at the Google picture in face down of Google Maps, this is the largest stairwell you can do all of your big photo shoots. I have seen huge DC shoots, and I've seen huge Marvel shoots. Marvel shoots have filled the stairway. But what a lot of people don't realize, up here is all the same photo shoot. DrKrazy, what photo shoot is this? Is this Marvel? Is this DC? Would you believe this is Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss? In fact, I think all the leftover cosplayers had to come up to this one, and then I had to step in, and I will point to this picture for one reason. There was a Husk cosplayer up here, and he was the leader of the photo shoot. And then I believe it was one of these camera guys off to the left over here was the photographer. By eyeball standards, there's more than 200 cosplayers and photographers present on this side of the Hilton. It was amazeballs. But I understood something very bad was happening. Because when you have a megaphone, you talk in a cone direction, one direction. So while one of the orchestrators, whether if it was Husk or I think it was one of the Alisters, stepped up and got on the megaphone, which completely fitting, if you ask me. If you're familiar with the series of Has-Been Hotels, Alistair is the demon, the radio demon. And so him coming out of a megaphone almost just seemed poetic. So when he was shouting to these guys, nobody on the far left of this cosplay shoot could hear. So the reason my voice is so raspy is because I told these guys, I was like, listen, you're talking to this photo group, but you have a whole entire area that cannot hear you. And so tell me what y'all are doing so I can help you get all the cosplayers shuffled around. They declined me 3 times. And I was like, listen, what are y'all I just started doing it. If they liked it or not, I'm sorry, but there were like 4 different times. 4 different times I can remember. They said something up to the stairway of people, and the people to the right of this picture could not hear. So they said, can we get all of Has-Been Hotel on the main stairway? Which I will tell you, all of the Has-Been Hotel from over here and over here filled this entire stairwell. They somehow was able to coordinate to get all of Hell of a Boss on the second stairwells over here. And then all of the Has-Been Hotel, all of Hell of a Boss over here, all Has-Been Hotels over here. This photo shoot took almost 60 minutes long. So then following up pictures are, I went to the Hell of a Boss because I like Hell of a Boss way more than Has-Been Hotel. Sorry fans, it is what it is. I like the songs a little bit better on Hell of a Boss. The other one, the Has-Been Hotels, their songs are fantastic and great, but I feel like they get more generalization, like feels, like, you know, Take That, Depression, or, you know, Welcome to Hell. There was a bunch of good ones in there, but honestly, some of them slapped way harder with the Hell of a Boss songs because they were more character driven and they just felt so much better. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna get some flack, but I don't care. So me shoutcasting, and I just want to take a moment to focus on this prop right here. There was a Fizzaroli who did not hear the Fizzaroli call out for this particular stairwell for Fizzarolis, and I literally shout, Fizzaroli, where the fuck are you? And the guy quickly put on his Fizzaroli head and brought over all of his walking dogs. Whoever you are, Fizzaroli, that was a fantastic cosplay. But then they called all hellhounds to the thing, and I'm a huge Luna fan. I'm not a furry, but I'm a huge Luna fan. I do like werewolves. I do like lycanthropes from the D&D's aspect, but I'm not a furry by any means. So when they called all hellhounds to the front, they had this amazing bee cosplayer and a bunch of Lunas. So that was that. Here's a better one because we got another bee on second call. But again, I loved it. Honestly, one of our Atlanta buddies, Phaedra Black, she was Luna all weekend. She had different mixes and forms of Luna all weekend. But yeah, just thought I would go ahead and mention that. And of course, I don't know if this is a Verosica in the background, but there was I think there was like another one. Actually, is it here? Yeah, here it is. I think it was Blitzo and Verosica. And there was some good Verosicas that kind of reminded me of a Dragon Ball FighterZ character. This Blitzo decided just to flat out lay flat and let this Verosica step all over him. Fantastic idea. Yeah, there's a better shot of it. There's 2 Verosicas now stepping on him. Now, this photo shoot was amazing. Meanwhile, while we were doing all this Hell of a Boss stuff, more Has-Been Hotel subgroups were happening back there. I am hoping whoever was the photographer, the secondary photographer, because we literally had a phone to capture most of these pictures. These are all my pictures, but we literally had a cell phone photographer step up as a second photographer to do all the Hell of a Boss stuff, or else this photo shoot would have never gotten done on time. And so shout outs to everybody on that Friday night shoot. I hope someone fronts me the Google Drive with all these pictures, because I might just, in my bouts of depression, I might just go through and look at all the amazing cosplays there was. Because, chat, I'm not gonna lie, I want to do a Hell of a Boss cosplay. I have 2 characters I would love to pick up, but honestly, I doubt they will ever be featured in a photo shoot. It's literally a off character, and then there is literally another character. Uh-oh, I think we just lost our internet connection. Luckily, I'm recording this for YouTube, so I guess we'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, I'll have to troubleshoot and find out what's going on with that. But yeah, this photo shoot was so much fun. Again, I hope the main photographer reaches out to me. I gave them my business card. I was like, listen, I'm probably gonna lose my voice tomorrow, but it was a pleasure helping you guys out. They're like, thanks, man, you did a lot. And when it comes to my funny props and stuff, where is it? Oh no. Oh no. All right, well, I don't have it with me. I thought I had it up here, but where'd it go? Really? To commemorate my awesome volunteering helps, I got a Adam pic, which I don't know where the hell it went. I think I actually have a picture of it. Actually, I do. I'll show you that pic later on. But I was given a pic by one of the cosplayers that made custom-made pics, guitar picks, by the way. And then, of course, on our way out from the shoot, I caught this trio of a Charlie, an Eggy, which, noticing by his legs and lower body, I think this is a different egg. So that's kind of hilarious. And a Stolas. There was a lot of good Stolases out there, too. Here was that bee up close again. I asked her, and a Fizzaroli that snuck away in the background. I loved it. She doesn't know she's being photographed, but we got her. This bee was absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't seen Hell of a Boss, go support Viv Z Pop or Vivian Medrano. However you get your Hell of a Boss content, go watch the show. It's absolutely worth it. So after this, we get another one of my roommate. She decided this year to come as the artist from Dead by Daylight, back to video games. So shout outs to her. This is, I decided to, from our 12th floor, there was some good skylights. And I was like, I need to get some of this makeup, some of this hair, some of this proppage. I need to get some poses in here. So I asked her to bring her hand prop close to me. And I used a little foreshortening. And so, I don't know, it just seemed cool to at the time. People can probably knock my photography, but whatever. Then we got one with this, one with this. And then she wanted to step out of the sunlight. And I wanted to get a picture of her feetsies because the artist in this game has 2 claws, which she left one off so she can handle drinks because drinking is one of your priorities at DragonCon at all times, especially after 6. So yeah, kudos to my roommate for doing this awesome artist cosplay from Dead by Daylight. Love you, girl. Thank you so much for wearing that this year. More Has-Been Hotel. We got V, we got Charlie, and another Alistair. As you can see with all the ribbons, you can kind of see what people are doing. People are doing with these ribbons. They'll put them on the ends of their badges and dangle them. And if you remember our photo shoot from our recap from last year, there was a picture I took of somebody from the 3rd floor of the Hyatt draping all of their ribbons down, and it touched the lobby floor. People get serious about their ribbons. Like, I might take a photo of all my ribbons, but like, oh, wait, there was a few of them that really caught my eye. There was that. While we're here on this, Wednesday is the new Thursday. I liked that one a lot. Wednesday is the new Thursday. Whoever gave me that one. I like turtles. One of my friends from the photography booths gave me a bunch from last year. The Swedish chef we highlighted earlier gave me one that goes bork, bork, bork. And so I loved that one. Whoever you were, thank you. When I was walking around as my cosplay as Barf, I literally got a 5-star ribbon. Thank you to whoever that was. When I checked in at the Hyatt, they're like, do you voodoo? And that was the name of their featured drink in the Hyatt bars. I actually one Wednesday met, and this is actually another funny story. I met Chuck. Chuck runs his own unofficial Facebook group for DragonCon, and him and his wife are there every Wednesday. They also do a halfway party in like March or April. I am absolutely going to go out and do that. My friend actually introduced me to Chuck, and this video is already at 45 minutes long. You know what? We're in it for the long haul. Why not? But But yeah, the I complimented him. I was like, Chuck, every time I see people line up for you, I kind of wish there was a guy playing the Godfather theme in the background, because you are absolutely the Dragon Father. And I'm like, people are like, what favor can I do you on this day of my beautiful DragonCon? Mind you, my impression is absolutely horrible. Actually, speaking of Chuck, I actually got the ribbon that only he gives out. I saw Chuck. We're going to be doing ribbons this next year for DrKrazy. I think I'm going to be making a small batch. I saw DrKrazy. And if you can actually meet me in DragonCon and say my name, I'm going to try my best to keep the ribbons on me at all times. That way, if you come out and just absolutely rat me out, I will absolutely try my best to give you a ribbon. I got this ribbon for 30 and over cosplay. I even got one that says old man on it because I'm technically an old man now. Also, I got one from the Hyatt Regency saying I'm a legacy holder. Like, I got a lot of them. Like, ribbons, Alex, darling, sweetie. I said I wouldn't say her name. Fuck. Roommate. I think I got more than you this year, but who knows? You can count. Tell me how many you got, but we got a slideshow to finish off. Let's not zoom in more on the ribbons. But yeah, Hell of a Boss was apparent all throughout the weekend. Hell of a Boss, Has-Been Hotel, the Hellaverse, it was all there. Then I bumped into this trifecta, and this person right here, the Clover, I think she's a renowned cosplayer. She does a very mean Sailor Jupiter, and I believe she runs this cosplay with the other girls at least once. I think they run this cosplay every year at DragonCon, but Clover over here, from Totally Spies, if you don't get the reference, Clover over here, definitely. I think she's been to many, many DragonCons. So yeah. Oop, zoom out so I can scroll. Here was that awesome Adam guitar pick I got for helping out the Has-Been Hotel shoot, and then we flash on to the next day, Saturday. Here was me in my awesome purple Hawaiian shirt, because people, as a community manager, people may not know I do this, but I am a community manager of all the broadcasters in Atlanta, Georgia. If you are finding out about this now, I am DrKrazy, as my name up there implies. We run events about every 3 months. Definitely try to reach out to me, either on Discord or Twitter, and I will get you to the right Discord so you can meet your fellow ATL creators. But we were going to do a meetup at the Hyatt Bar at 2 p.m., which to this day, it was a busy day. I don't think people understand. Like, a parade had just happened 2 hours ago. We were lucky enough to get into Tin Lizzie's, another restaurant near the parade route. We were lucky enough to get into Tin Lizzie's and eat while the parade was happening. But as soon as the parade broke up, everyone went to restaurants in the food courts. It was bonkers. Moving on. We did happen to catch a Melania on their way to an Elden Ring shoot. So if I have any Elden Ring fans, there's your Melania out there. Will I play that game again? Probably when that game doesn't give me PTSD, I probably will pick up that game one more time. Here was the big group shoot over here at this beautiful structure, which I found out is called Hardy Ivy Park Structure. And then there is a Hardy Ivy Park area. And so there's actually stairs to the back right of this picture. And it's like a park open area. Another fantastic area for where people collect and do cosplays. There's a few steps there that way you can do your elevated cosplays, but there's a few good cosplays in here. I think this Tri-Faced Man was one that caught my eye. There's the Witch. There's whoever did this giant moose head thing. To all the Elden Ring fans that I am mispronouncing, I do apologize wholeheartedly. But yeah, there were some fantastic cosplays in that shoot. Moving on. What are we moving on to? Oh! So remember Love, Robots, and like that one Netflix series, or was it YouTube? I can't remember what it was. But my roommate, once again, decided to hit it out of the park and bring back her Siren cosplay. She was telling me she has she now is holding it on her on herself that she is going to try to make this cosplay more more like she's trying to create more parts of this costume. That way she can say she did it rather than just, she just grabbed it off the internet. But dude, she fucking did an amazing job between her wig and her makeup. Like, Siren, amazing job. Here was another one of her. Fantastic job she did. Go girl. You go girl. Barfception, sweet. So that place I was telling you about, I think it's called Poach Social in Atlanta, Georgia. We had a bunch of plans that we were going to do Sunday, but we all wanted a legitimate breakfast. So these are jerk chicken egg rolls. I was allowed to have one, and when I bit into it, it was nothing you would expect from a traditional egg roll. And I absolutely loved it. If I ever get invited to go to this place again, I am absolutely grabbing this as an appetizer. It was worth it. I had a beer mosa. I think it was a lemonade and champagne for a mimosa. But for my dinner, I had this scrambled egg and potatoes with sausage bowl in a skillet with peppers and onions, which I didn't eat all the peppers and onions for reasons. But this was amazing. This was actually on my Instagram, and people were just commenting on how delicious it was. Here was the Eggs Benedict. This was their twist on chicken and waffles, I believe. So it was French toast and fried chicken, and I do believe that was a fried chicken breast. It was not with the bone, so that looked delicious. And then, of course, I was allowed to have one portion of this peaches and waffle. And this Belgian waffle, I want to eat there again. I really do. Moving on, we got the awesome Hetsu from good old Breath of the Wild. Absolutely loved this cosplay when I saw it. I was like, I gotta get a picture of that. Heck, I didn't even realize it, but we got a Goblin King and Labyrinth cosplay in here as well. So that's pretty cool. Beetlejuice floating around there. I don't know if that's the animatronic or an actual person. But Hetsu, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. So that was nice to see that prop. Moving on, we got, what is next up? I'm getting close to the end here, folks. Oh, there was that shoot. So I decided to go check out the Spider-Man shoot. And what moment did I stumble upon but everyone's pointing at another Spider-Man for the memes from the Across the Spider-Verse. Actually, yeah, it is Across the Spider-Verse film. Oh, it was such a good one. And then I happened to catch this one cosplay of a Carnage. Fantastic job on this Carnage. In fact, I would like to find out how to get a similar bodysuit to paint it for a potential Hell of the Boss cosplay. Hell of a Boss cosplay. I don't know who this little hellion is, but I'm assuming it might be the son of Carnage. I am way out of the circuit for Spider-Man lore, but if anyone wants to roast me in the comments, we're about to go to the next photo shoot, which is the Fallout photo shoot, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a big photo shoot, and I think my buddy John Strangeway was in there. Shoutouts to John. He actually has similar pictures. I think he got this picture with, there they are, those little Fallout guys. I love those little Fallout models. What was the best picture out of this? This was a huge shoot because once again, it incorporated the second largest stairways and the other stairway over here. So that was also a very fun shoot to participate. Well, not participate, but to witness. But we saw this Fallout shoot shortly before we brought my friend, the roommate, for her fourth costume. I think she did manage wearing all 7 costumes. I think she was Gwen and Rogue during the day on certain days, but the one we took her to, and I have to ask for a little forgiveness, the aperture, I kind of flubbed it with my thumb, and so this is way brighter than it needs to be, but so just prepare your eyes, flashbang. But this is the DC shoot. Let me see if I can find a better one. Yeah, this is probably the better one. So my friend is right here behind this gargantuan Hawkman cosplay. And then this awesome Black Canary right here. I kind of liked how the DC shoot was executed because they put all the Batman family over here, Superman family over here, Green Lantern Corps over here, Teen Titans over here, etc., 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 etc. And my friend was part of the miscellaneous because she came as Big Berta. And not too many people cosplay as Big Berta, and so she thought it was a great opportunity for us to go catch the giant DC shoot. So we did that. Let me see if I can find this one better picture real quick. So I decided to zoom in a little bit, but that's our girl right there, my roommate. There's a Peacemaker right there, a Raven looking off center, a Lego Flash, another Flash, Hawkman absolutely just gobbling my poor friend up, a nice Green Lantern up there. And again, the big DC shoot. I think she's still drowning in that Hawk guy, Hawkman, Hawk dude, Hawk Tua. No, we're not doing that. But at the same time this photo shoot was happening, I zipped across to the big stairwell, Hilton A steps, and caught the Deadpool shoot. The Deadpool shoot looked really exciting. Again, my camera kind of got either a fingerprint, a sweat gland, I don't know what, but it just wasn't as crisp as I wanted. I'm going to probably try to step up my cell phone photography game. I might have to switch to a new case specifically for DragonCon. We'll see how that works. But yeah, Deadpool shoot was fun. Tried getting off to the side to see if I can get a better angle. Did not work out. There was just too many damn people in the way. Like, as you can see the entourage of people in the way, there was just too many people in the way. I gotta sneeze. That's not good. Ugh. Man, I'll tell you right now, I'm not happy to be back home. I want to be in DragonCon all over again. As the Hobbits would say, when is second DragonCon? I'm definitely looking forward to the halfway party in March or April of next year. Absolutely looking forward to going hanging out for a night over there. I might go hang out at the Hyatt and just walk over to the Hilton. I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to pull off, but also there's a place called Trader Vic's, a awesome tiki bar that gets booked all Labor Day weekend. But when you are an Atlanta native like moi, you should be able to go in there and just grab a seat whenever. So we might have to do that one of these days. Any Atlanta locals interested? Hit me up, please. So that was the Deadpool shoot. What was next? There's that shot with all the people. What is this photo shoot? So I came back to the DC photo shoot to realize that they're doing a Justice League photo shoot. So again, Batman's, Superman's, miscellaneous characters, Power Girls, Flashes, and then lo and behold, not paying attention because I took this picture not during the countdown, is our Big Berta. Absolutely awesome for her to bring that. I hope she brings it back out next year. Let's see here. What was the next one? This awesome Deadpool I found in the bottom of the Hyatt. Fantastic cosplay, by the way. There's me. And as we get close to the end of this photo shoot, I found a random, I can't remember, is it Chloe? Is that her name? And then, of course, just a big boobed Loki. Awesome cosplays. This Loki has the Tesseract thing, so now I'm wondering if Sylphie has, is it Sylphie? Maybe it's Sylphie. Has the Tesseract in her variant universe? I don't know. And then, of course, we have a sandworm at DragonCon. Yeah, it's DragonCon. What else do we have here? We have Mandalorians, Totaro Mandalorian, and So Say We All, not So Say We All, This Is the Way, Mando from the hit show Mandalorian. And then last, but certainly not least, we bumped into this fine gentleman over here doing a fantastic Sean Connery cosplay. He actually is an actor from medieval times and does a little bit of, I think he said a little bit of editing and design work, but had a jolly old conversation with him. And then, of course, this was his indie that he also cosplayed with. And so there you have it, everybody. That was my DragonCon experience. Not as many stories as I wanted to, but absolutely a privilege and an honor to go to this fantastic convention. YouTube, I'm not going to make this video go on any longer. Was there a particular photo, a particular cosplay, a particular thing that you liked? I would love to hear your responses below. I gotta do another one of these because at the time of this recording, I never did my recap for another convention I went to. So here's to hoping we can get a recap for that one. But once again, I had a fantastic year at DragonCon 2024. Be sure to tell me what you liked or your personal memories, and we'll see you guys on the next time. Bye-bye.